Welcome back to Radio Entrepreneurs, listeners and fans. I'm producer Nathan Gobes. Excited to be back with you again, and I'm excited to introduce our next guest, Joseph of NOMI. Welcome, Joseph.
Thank you for having me.
So why don't you start by giving us an overview about NOMI? Tell us what it's all about, and then maybe we'll get into its background and your background.
Yeah, of course. So NOMI, it's at the end, we're a bathroom remodeling company, but not just a regular bathroom remodeling company. We simplified and streamlined the entire bathroom remodeling process. So we consider ourselves kind of a half remodeling company, half technology company. But at the end, we just create gorgeous bathroom spaces.
Nice. And how long have you been in business? How long has NOMI been running?
We're going to be 10 years very soon. But as NOMI, we are running for 2 years. So basically, we started our entire company almost 10 years ago. And we kind of developed to be what we are today. We didn't start this way.
Interesting. Do you want to get into that a little bit more? And maybe if you want to work in anything about your background as well, we always love to hear the background of the guests, what got you into this, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, of course. So as a general thing, I used to be a lawyer and accountant before I started my company. But I always wanted to do something else, something different. So, one day we just quit everything and followed our heart and went all the way from Israel to here. That's a long story, but basically it happened very fast. And when we first started, we started as a regular remodeling company that just, grew slowly and slowly. And we were specializing in very luxury, large projects. But over the years, we always kept getting, feedback from our clients. They love everything that we did for them, but the bathroom is something that, really changed their life. So I started to research a little bit more about this. And then I got into my aha moment. So I had a customer that it was at their 50s. Kid just left the house and he told me, Joseph, I forgot what it's like to be with my wife. I was always around kids and after school activities, and we forgot what it's like to be friends. So I told him that I think that the bathroom area is the best place to create, new adventures for couples. And I really think that a bathroom can make you a better person, and a bathroom can, change your life. So basically what we did, we kind of took their old bathroom. They had a tub and a shower, and we converted to double shower. But the entire design was around, we want people to be closer to each other. So we had two shower heads right next to each other. We had a bench for two people. Everything was for two people, kind of telling them, go there together. And at the end, it's very intimate place. It's very private place to discuss about with clients. But I got a phone call 2-3 months after the project was done, and he called me and said, "Hey, Joseph, I just wanted to tell you that that bathroom really changed our life." And I'm like, "Really? Well, how come?" Yeah, that's the only place that we don't have any cell phones or TVs or something. So that forced us to start speaking to each other and talking to each other. And we are back to be those lovers that we used to be in the past. I'm like, you know what? Awesome, great. Fast forward, I wanted to create something that is going to be different. So we were always kind of a top 10 companies over here, but we were never number one. And that drove me crazy. We're busting our, and at the end, we're not number one yet. So what do we need to do? So I started to think about this, and we wanted to be the best one in something, and that something was bathroom remodeling. So what we did, we kind of said, you know what, from now on, we're not accepting any more projects that are not going to be bathroom remodeling. And we declined 95% of our potential projects, and we took only bathroom remodeling projects. And then over a course of a year and a half, we have developed all kind of systems and technologies that are strictly to bathroom remodeling. So, for example, if you go to a normal company that do kitchen and bathroom and additions, and you'll ask from them to, remodel your bathroom, they will come to your house. They will spend, I don't know, an hour or two to understand what's going on, and then they will go home or to their office and then send you an estimate probably after 2 weeks. Pretty normal, you're waiting. Sometimes they will send you the estimate. Sometimes they'll forget about you, but at the end, it takes a very long time. So we developed systems that allow you to do the same thing in less than 10 minutes. So we can get into the house, and in 10 minutes, I can get accurate pricing for $100,000 bathroom. Okay, or if we need an architect to right now take measurements of the entire space, and that takes an hour or two to generate those drawings, we do this today with our technology in less than 1 minute. So we scan the entire room, and in 1 minute I have a full 3D of our bathroom. And then the same efficiency go across the entire process. So if in the past we needed to have 5 different people, one is going to do the estimate, one is going to do the design, one is going to do the sales, one is going to do the actual project management. Now we cut down everything, and one person, typically we use one of our designers, will go to the house, and he can price everything in 10 minutes, simply because of our technology. So we simplified and streamlined the entire.
That's fascinating. Really interesting, and there's a few different pieces that I'd love to dive a little deeper on. I think my first question is, when you decided to make the shift coming from Israel, from your previous business, into remodeling, did you have any remodeling experience? Did you team up with somebody who did, and you're more on the business side? How did that transition occur?
So that's a great question. So first of all, I have a partner. Barry Kaufman is my partner. I couldn't do anything without him. So thank you, Barry. And when we first started, we had some background, from our previous life in Israel, but it's not a background that enough for you in order to start a construction company. So before we start to take any project, we spend about a year and a half on buying houses and renovate them by ourselves. Not for the profit, more to learn and understand how construction is worked over here in the United States. So in the first year, we only did demo and build it, and demo and build it, and demo and build, until we really felt comfortable that we know what we're talking about. Only then we started with a really small project. Neighbors started to ask, oh, who did this for you? Who did that for you? And we kind of, told them that's our company that did all those things. So, we learned a little bit, how to do things, and on the go, we try to focus on our project, the thing that we, if something goes wrong, it's going to be our houses, not someone else. So we bought a house, we renovated, and then after we demoed this twice and we renovated it twice, then we sold it, and then we bought another one. But the whole idea was really to learn with our own hands. We never had the intention to do it with our own hands, but we wanted to make sure that we understand everything about construction. It takes time. We're still learning every day. But I think the biggest shift was by hiring the best construction people in our area. So if someone will ask me, I'm not a contractor. I'm running a company that do
Right.
construction, but I just have the best people.
Yeah. I think that's a great story because I'm sure there's a lot of our viewers and listeners out there that are interested in starting their own business. They say they want to get into X or Y, but they don't have the experience. And so to hear your story of how you just got your hands dirty and started learning,
Yeah.
really shines well. And then to jump forward in the timeline of what you were talking about, where you found your niche of bathrooms, but you also developed some technology. I'm curious, do you have any expertise in the technology that you developed? Did you bring on somebody on board who focused on that, or how did that come about? If it's possible, without spoiling too much of the secret sauce.
Yeah, no problem. So I believe that at the end, you can hire great people, but if you have a vision for something, you have to be in the bits and bytes of everything at the beginning, at least.
Right.
So what I did, I just, when everyone goes to sleep, I learned how to code, and I learned how to do all kind of things that allowed us to, develop those systems. When I really understood what's going on and how to do this, then I hired people, engineers, to help us, to build those, engineers, coding, programmers, to help us to build those things. But I had enough knowledge to tell them that's not working well. Let's change it. I didn't know how to do everything 100%, but I knew something is wrong, or I knew if something can be better. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense, and definitely, an important skill that not having to know everything, but knowing enough to be dangerous, so to speak, and know when something's not working and needs fixing.
Yeah.
I'm curious, what areas do you operate in? I know that am I right that you're based out of the Texas area? Is that correct?
Right. So at the moment, we serve the DFW Metroplex, Dallas-Fort Worth area, and we are working on our Austin office at this moment. So very soon, we're going to be able to help new customers from the Austin area. But as for now, we are the go-to company in the Dallas Metroplex.
Very nice. Well, we up here in the Northeast hope that maybe someday you'll reach out to this area. But until then, if any of our viewers or listeners want to get in touch with you, find out how NOMI can help them redesign their bathroom, what's the best way to do so?
The best way is to go to our website, nomibath.com, and just see all those gorgeous places that we created for our customers. We like to create more of an upscale bathroom that feels like spa, a place that you want to run away into while you're after you complete your long day at work. So you go to our website and you'll have a start my project button. Just click over there. You'll have all the information on how to get in touch with us.
Great. Well, I want to thank you for joining us today, Joseph. Hope maybe you'll come back in the future to give us updates on the business progress. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Thanks. And remind everyone, this is Radio Entrepreneurs. You can find us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Spotify, iTunes, and YouTube, of course, as well as our website, radioentrepreneurs.com. We'll be back with more stories after this.